Hey guys, my name is Mike and welcome to class. All you're gonna need is your body and a yoga mat, and let's get started in child's pose whenever you're ready. Coming onto your hands and your knees. You can start in a more traditional child's pose here with your knees touching, or your knees can be wide on your mat like I'm gonna do here. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Fingertips can be reached forward, or they can be back towards your toes. So just starting here by taking a couple moments to ground down into your mat with your body. Begin to feel the points of contact between your mat and your body. Feel your knees as they're touching the surface of your mat. Feel the tips of your fingers rooting down into the mat. Begin to become aware of your breath, tuning into each inhale and each exhale, feeling your back ribs expand with each breath in, and see if you can feel them contract with each breath out. From this place of awareness, begin to deepen your breath. Maybe activating your Ujjayi breath if that's in your practice, breathing in and out through your nose. And take one more deep breath. Good, and then we're going to meet on our hands and your knees here, coming into a tabletop position. So just checking with your alignment. Make sure that your shoulders are stacked directly over your wrists. And then make sure your hips are directly above your knees. And then from here, with an inhale, drop your belly down to the mat. Look up to the sky or the ceiling. Open your throat. Good. Exhale, press your mat away, round your spine. And again, inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, look up. And exhale, round your spine. Good, and keep these going, cat-cows, at your own pace. Inhaling as you drop the belly down. Exhaling as you round the spine. We'll take 2 more of these. Just flowing with your breath. Feeling out your body. Linking the breath with the movement. Take 1 more cat-cow. Good, and after you finish your next exhale, crawl your fingertips towards the top of your mat if they aren't already there. Tuck your toes, send your hips back, downward facing dog. So first down dog of our practice today. Take any movements that feel good for you. You can pedal out your feet. You can lift a leg. You can bend a knee. And once you've gotten out your movements, just find some stillness in your downward facing dog. Work to root your heels down into the mat. And at the same time, see if you can press your hamstrings towards the back of your mat. Good. From here, take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Look up to your hands, and we're going to step our feet all the way to the top of the mat. So feet are going to be hips width distance. Interlace your elbows, come into ragdoll pose, drop the crown of your head down to the mat. You can stay in stillness or option to rock from side to side here. Take 2 more breaths, letting go anything that isn't serving you on your mat today. With your next exhale, release your elbows, allow your fingertips to fall down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. So lift your chest and see if you can lengthen your spine. Good. Exhale, fold forward. And then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll all the way up to stand with an inhale, slow and controlled. Good. And then once you get to the top, with an inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, extended mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward, yogi bow, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hollow out your belly. Good. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back, come into a high plank position. Really work to press through your toes. Begin to shift your weight towards your fingertips. And then see if you can find some activation in your core by pulling your belly button towards your spine. And then breathing here for 3, for 2, and 1. Lower your knees, chest, chin all the way down onto your mat. Right away, press all 10 toes into your mat, all 10 toenails, and then just lift your chest, come into a low cobra for a slight back bend. Good, and lower your chest down. Take another cobra or option to lift your knees off of the mat, pressing the tops of your feet down, coming into an upward facing dog. And then wherever you are, roll over your toes, come into downward facing dog. Take 3 slow Ujjayi breaths here. And again, the Ujjayi breath is just breathing in and out through your nose, creating the sound of the ocean by creating a gentle constriction to the back of your throat. So maybe you can hear my Ujjayi breath and replicate that sound yourself on your mat. Good. Look up to your hands. Step your feet to the top of your mat. Once your feet are in place, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift your chest, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back, come into your high plank position again here. Good, and this time from your high plank, lower down into a chaturanga, low plank. Good, inhale, lift your chest, upward facing dog, open your throat. Exhale, send your hips back, downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. And 1 more full breath in. Emptying breath out. Come onto your tippy toes, bend your knees, look up to your hands, step or option to lightly jump your feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, mountain pose, root to rise. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the palms, step or option to jump the feet back straight into your chaturanga, low plank. From your chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, roll over to the toes, downward facing dog. Right away, take a deep breath in, a full breath out. Look up to the fingertips, come onto the toes, bend the knees, step or lightly jump to your heads. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, yogi bow, fold forward. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. Exhale, plant the palms, step, or again, option to jump back into your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll pause in this down dog for 3 breaths. Starting to get the blood flowing, starting to get moving here. Work to stay focused on your breath. Yoga is a moving meditation. Even in the more active parts of the practice, the work is always to stay connected with the body and the breath. And again, come onto your tippy toes, bend your knees, look up to the space between your hands, step or lightly jump your feet there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, reach your fingertips up to the sky, Utkatasana, chair pose. See if you can shift your weight towards your heels a little bit more. Maybe you'll feel your toes begin to lift off of the mat. That's a good thing. Yeah, then see if you can sit your hips a little bit back towards your heels. Pull your upper arm bones back towards your ears. And then breathe here for 3, for 2, and 1. Straighten your legs, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back into a high lunge, keeping the left knee lifted. Fingertips are going to be framing your right foot here. Good, so really work to press through your left big toe. Plant your left palm, reach your right arm open to the sky. Work to squeeze your shoulder blades together, maybe even bringing your arms in one straight line here. Take 1 more breath. Good, and then lower your right fingertips down to the mat. With strong legs, keep your left leg engaged, and we're going to come all the way up to stand here in a high lunge, crescent lunge. Really good job, guys. Plant your back foot, open up your arms, warrior 2. Deep bend into your right knee. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach your right arm back. Exhale, extended side angle. So take any variation here that feels good. A couple options. Option 1, you can bring your right forearm to your right thigh. Or option 2, you can bring your right palm to the inner edge of your right foot. And then with your left arm, go ahead and reach it overhead. So really creating length in the left side body. See if you can spiral your rib cage open. Good. Stay here, or option to come into a half bind, bringing the back of your left hand to your lower back. Or option to come into a full bind, threading your right fingertips underneath your right thigh, interlacing the fingertips behind the lower back. Wherever you are, see if you can spiral the rib cage open a little bit more and take 1 more breath. Good, and then release whatever you have. Plant your palms, step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Look up to your fingertips, step your right foot forward, coming into a low lunge, keeping the fingertips on the mat with your right knee lifted here. Ground down through all 4 corners of your left foot. Plant your right palm, reach your left hand open to the sky. Again, coming into our twist here. See if you can, again, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and as much as you're twisting from the shoulders, work to twist through the core, through the torso, and take 1 more breath. With your exhale, lower your left fingertips down to the mat. With strong legs, slowly make your way all the way up into a high crescent lunge. Good. Plant your back foot, open up your arms. Virabhadrasana number 2, warrior 2. Sit a little deeper into your left knee. Work to press through the outer edge of your back foot, so the pinky toe side of your right foot. Yeah, and then from here, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale again, your version of extended side angle. So whatever you took on the other side, go ahead and go there. Again, right arm is going to be reaching towards the front of the mat. Stay here, or again, option to come into your half bind, bringing the back of your right palm to your lower back, or option to come into the full bind, interlacing the fingertips behind the lower back. Wherever you are, take one more breath. See if you can spiral your right shoulder open a little bit more. And with your exhale, release whatever you have. Plant your palms, step your left foot back, downward facing dog. We'll take 2 breaths here in your down dog. Take one more breath. Keep it up, guys. Look up to your hands. Come onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees. Step or lightly float your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your fingertips up. And with your exhale, bring your hands to heart center and allow your palms to fall open to the side, Tadasana. All right, guys, we're going to come into right side standing leg raise. So I'm going to face you, but you can stay facing the top of your mat here. Ground down through your left foot. Lift your right foot off of the mat. Bring your right hand to your right knee. Left hand can come to your left hip. Stay here, or option to grab your big toe with your peace fingers. If you have your big toe, go ahead and straighten your leg. Doesn't matter if you have your toe or your knee, but just begin to gently open up the leg towards the right side. And then see if you can keep your hips square. So that might mean to pull your left hip slightly back in place. And if you fall out, don't worry, just come right back in. Take one more breath here. Good. Slowly come back to center. Listen close. Keep your right foot lifted, but release your toe or your knee, whatever you have. Come straight into tree pose, bringing your right heel either to your left calf or to your left inner thigh. Good. And then bring your hands to heart center. Stay here, or option to reach your fingertips up to the sky. Continue to ground down through your left foot. Come back to your breath. We'll be here for about 3 breaths. Really nice job, guys. Lower your right foot down to the mat. Take a moment to shake that off. Let that go. And when you're ready, standing leg raise on the left side. Start by becoming aware of the right foot as it grounds down into the mat. Lift the left knee off, lift the left foot off of the mat. Bring your left hand to your left knee. Right hand can come to your right hip, stay here, or option to grab your big toe with your peace fingers. If you have your big toe, go ahead and straighten your leg. Slowly begin to peel open to your left side. See if you can pull your right hip a little bit back if it came forward. Take one more breath here. Good job. Slowly come back to center. Release your foot, but keep it lifted. Come into tree pose. So whatever variation you took on the right side, take that here. Again, hands can come to heart center. Option to grow your tree and reach them up to the sky or the ceiling, depending on if you're inside or outside. And then come back to the breath. Again, we'll be here for about 3 of your slowest, most controlled breaths. Strong focus. And release. Lower your left foot down to the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, mountain pose. Take a slight back bend here. Push your thighs forward as you reach your fingertips back. Exhale, swan dive all the way down to the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Option to roll through a vinyasa or step back into your downward facing dog. And we'll all meet in down dog. And from your downward facing dog, look up to your hands. Step your right foot forward into warrior 2 pose. Spiraling, open your arms. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Listen closely. Plant your right fingertips in front of your right foot. Lift your left foot off of the mat. We're coming into half moon. Really work to kick through your left heel to straighten your left leg as much as you can. And then reach your left arm open to the sky. Again, see if you can stack your left shoulder directly on top of your right shoulder here. Work to spiral your ribs open for 3, for 2, and 1. Take a big step back with your left foot, coming back into warrior 2. Slow and controlled. Yeah. Inhale, reverse your warrior, and as you reach your right arm back, start to straighten your right leg. Hinge your upper body forward, come into triangle pose. Utthita Trikonasana. Right hand can come to your right shin, or it can come to the mat. Whatever feels good for you. Work to pull the space behind your right knee towards your back heel. Take 2 breaths here. Good job. Lower your left fingertips down to the mat. Step your left foot a little bit towards your right foot. So feet are going to be about 3 feet apart here on the mat. Left toes are pointed slightly inwards, so a little bit less than 90 degrees with the left foot. Once the feet are in place, inhale, lengthen your spine. Pull your right hip slightly back to square your hips. Exhale, fold over your right leg, drop your forehead down towards your knee. And this is our pyramid pose, Parsavottanasana. So keep working to lightly pull your right hip back. Yeah, we'll be here for 2 more breaths. Take 1 more breath. Good. Lift your chest. Keep your feet where they are. Listen close. This is a little bit of a tricky pose, but we're going to go there. So you're going to plant your left palm on the outer edge of your right foot. We're coming into revolved triangle. If that's tough for you, just come onto your left fingertips, but eventually you're going to come all the way onto your left palm. So the left palm is going to be planted. From here, reach your right arm open to the sky. And we're in our revolved triangle pose. Work to squeeze your inner thighs together for stability. Yeah, and if you fall out, again, don't worry. This is a tricky pose. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. Keep working to spiral your right arm open. Good job. And then release, lower your right hand all the way down. Plant the palms to frame your right foot. Step your right foot back. And we're in our downward facing dog again. And we'll be here for 2 breaths. And let's do the other side. How about it? Look up to your hands. Step your left foot forward into warrior number 2. Planting your back foot, spiraling, open your arms. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, we're coming into half moon. So again, plant your left fingertips. Get light on your left fingertips. Lift your right foot off of the mat. Reach your right arm open to the sky. Keep working to spiral your right arm open. Keep working to kick your right heel back. For 3, for 2, and 1. Take a big step back with your right foot, landing lightly, coming into our warrior 2 again. And we're back where we started. Inhale, reach your left arm back. As you reach back, start to straighten your left leg. And then we'll come into our triangle pose from here. So whatever variation you took on the right side, go ahead and take that here. And again, see if you can pull the back of that left knee towards your back heel. Take 2 more breaths. One more breath. Good. Lower your right fingertips down to the mat. Keep your left foot where it is. Step your right foot a little bit towards your left foot. So again, feet are going to be about 3 feet apart on the mat. Right toes are pointed slightly inwards. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Think a halfway lift here. Exhale, drop your forehead over your front knee. And we're in our pyramid pose. Work to try and keep your left leg as straight as you can. It's going to want to bend, but see if you can keep it straight. Of course, if it feels uncomfortable, a little micro bend is okay. Take 1 more breath. Keep your legs where they are. Lift your chest, lengthen out through the crown of your head. Plant your right palm on the outer edge of your left foot. So again, if that's a little too much, just come onto your right fingertips. And wherever you go with that right hand, reach your left hand up to the sky. Coming into our revolved triangle pose. With your inhales, see if you can lengthen your spine. With your exhale, see if you can twist open a little bit more. For 3, for 2, and 1. Very nice. Lower your left fingertips down to the mat. Plant your palms, step your left foot back, downward facing dog. And from your down dog, inhale, lift your heels, come onto your tippy toes. Exhale, wave forward, come into a high plank position. From your high plank, close your eyes. So we're in high plank with the eyes closed. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, keep your eyes closed. Press your palms into the mat, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, lift the heels. Come onto the tippy toes. Exhale with the eyes closed, wave forward into a high plank position. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feeling from the inside out. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, slowly feel your body as it waves forward into the high plank. From your high plank, take a slow breath in. With your exhale, slowly press back, downward facing dog. Good, and then you can open your eyes again. And with an inhale, this time keeping your eyes open, lift your heels, again coming onto your tippy toes. Exhale, wave forward, high plank, and this time come all the way onto your knees. From your knees, come all the way onto your back. And once you're on your back, we're going to set up for a bridge pose here. So feet should be about hips width distance on the mat. Once your feet are in place, go ahead and lift your hips. Interlace your fingertips behind your lower back. Bring your shoulder blades as close as you can towards each other, kind of walking your shoulder blades inwards towards the center of your spine. From here, see if you can lift your hips a little bit higher. And then come back to your breath. Stay here, or option, if it's in your practice, to come into wheel pose, planting your palms behind your ears, lifting your hips all the way off of the mat. And wherever you are, be there for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly lower all the way down onto your back. And once you're on your back, we'll come into a Supta Baddha Konasana pose, bringing the soles of your feet together, allowing your knees to fall open to the side. And from here, just bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Feel your belly expand and contract with each breath. Feel your heartbeat. And if you close your eyes, gently open your eyes. Hug your knees into your chest. And we're going to rock and roll 3 times back and forth. So you can cross your ankles here like I'm doing if that feels good. And we're just going to go back and forth 3 times here, feeling each vertebrae as it massages along your mat. On the 3rd time, at the top, just cross your ankles, plant your palms, step your feet back, downward facing dog. And once you're in your down dog, with an inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, swing it through, come into half pigeon, bringing your right knee towards your right wrist, dropping the back knee down. And just take a moment here in your upward facing pigeon. Make sure that your hips are square. So you might want to kind of pull your right hip back. I usually have to pull my right hip a little bit back here. And then once you feel comfortable, you can stay here in your upward facing pigeon, or option to lower onto your forearms. maybe coming all the way onto your hands. Work to consciously relax your right hip. We'll be here for 2 more breaths. And if you crawled your fingertips forward, start to bring them back towards your body. Take your time. We're going to meet in downward facing dog. So whenever you're ready, just swing your right foot back. Down dog. You can pedal out your feet here. Take any counter stretches that might feel good for you. And once you're ready, just find some stillness in your down dog. With an inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky, kick out through your heel, and exhale, swing it through, half pigeon on our left side. So again, just taking a moment here in upward facing pigeon, setting up the foundation. And once you're ready, if it feels good for you, you can lower onto your forearms. Or you can crawl your fingertips forward, of course, if that feels good. And just notice any differences between your right side and this left side. Normally, we have one hip that tends to be tighter. So this might be your more tight side. It might be a little bit looser. And just become aware from a place of non-judgment, just observing. And we'll be here for 2 more breaths. And if you crawled your fingers forward, start to bring them back towards your body. And whenever you're ready, swing your left foot back. And again, we'll meet in our downward facing dog. Take any counter stretches on this side that might feel good. You can pedal out your feet. You can lift your left leg if that feels good and bend your knee. And then find some stillness in your down dog. Inhale, lift your heels, come onto your tippy toes. Exhale, wave forward into a high plank position. And lower onto your knees. All right, guys, we're going to come into a seated forward fold here. So legs are going to be straight towards the top of your mat. Big toes are touching each other. And then see if you can flex your feet. So pointing your toes towards you. And then from here, keep that activation in your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold right down the middle. Grab whatever you can with your hands. So maybe you can reach your shins, maybe the outer edges of your feet or your big toes. Doesn't matter what you have. But just keep working to pull your elbows down towards your mat. So this is a bit of an active stretch here. Not so much flopping forward, but see if you can keep your spine nice and long. And take 1 more breath. Good, and then release. Slowly make your way back to center. Reach your fingertips towards the front of your mat. And as slow and controlled as you can, just start to roll all the way down onto your back. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Strong core. And once you get onto your back, keep your left leg where it is. but hug your right knee into your chest. With your left hand, guide your right knee towards the left side of your body. Reach your right arm open to the side, and we're just coming into a supine twist here. Your eyes can be closed, or your gaze can be over your right shoulder. Even in these more passive poses, see if you can stay connected with your breath, remaining aware of each inhale and each exhale. Slowly start to make your way back to center. Extend your right leg out. We're just switching sides here. So hug your left knee into your chest. With your right hand, guide your left knee towards the right side of your mat. Reach your left arm open to the side. Again, your eyes can be closed, or you can look over your left shoulder. Are you still following your breath? And slowly make your way back to center. This time, hug both of your knees into your chest. So we're really squeezing in here into a tight little ball. See if you can bring your forehead as close as you can to your knees. Really hugging in here. Utilize every last bit of energy that you have in your body today. You might be shaking like I am. Really squeeze in. Take one more deep breath in through your nose. Fill up your lungs. Let it go out your mouth. Open up your arms. Open up your legs. We're coming into our final resting pose, Shavasana. Bringing your feet wide. Bringing your hands wide. Gently allowing your eyes to close. Relax every square inch of your body. Allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm here. No more controlled breathing. And I'm going to be coming back in a couple minutes to close practice. So feel free to just let everything go here. All the work is done. Begin to wiggle your fingertips. Begin to wiggle your toes. Bringing your awareness back into your body. Take a full body stretch. Reach your arms over your head. Begin to deepen your breath. And then keeping your eyes closed, come onto your right side body, coming into a fetal position. You can reach your right arm open to the side and rest your right ear on your right shoulder, if that feels comfortable for you. Just taking a moment, one last moment of stillness here in your fetal position. Noticing any differences in your body, in your mind, between before you practiced today and how you feel now. And whenever you're ready, we're going to meet in a comfortable seated position at the top of your mat. So you can keep your eyes closed here. Your legs can be crossed, or you can be on your knees in Virasana hero pose. Work to lengthen your spine, but relax your shoulders. Bring your hands to heart center. And we'll close practice with one shared deep breath together. Take a full inhale through your nose. Fill your belly all the way. Let it go out your mouth. Bring your thumb knuckles up to your forehead. With so much gratitude, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this class today. Namaste. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Mike, and I really hope you enjoyed this class today. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you gave me a like, maybe hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be uploading a lot more videos very similar to this one in the future. So thanks again, guys, and have an awesome rest of your day.